Alright everybody, welcome back to part 2 of the Caro Kahn for the advanced variation. So here we talked about keeping our pawn there and just advancing, bringing our bishop up. So now we can castle. So now what they're going to do is they're going to probably take here. Alright, but if they do that, if they take, then we can take the pawn. So if they take our pawn here on e5, no, e4, then we can play many moves here. Alright, we can take their pawn, and this will kind of be unstoppable. Alright, we can play here, e to f5. Alright, we can play d5. We can simply advance our pawn. We can play lots of moves here. We can bring our knight to c6 even. Alright. But if they take, we should probably take back, right? So yeah. I think the safest thing here is just a castle. Alright? Because now we're about to take their pawn back on the next move, whatever they do. So here, they'll probably bring the rook up and get ready to bring the other rook over. So that's okay, because now we can take back. And they might not take the rook right away. They might just bring this rook over. Alright, but that's okay. That is okay. Because now, we can just bring our knight up. We can just bring it to c6, and now our rook is defended. It was defended, let me see, was it here? No, it was here, right? Yeah, it was defended by the rook on f8, but now it's defended by the knight, and now the knights are defending each other. And this is actually really good. So here, they're gonna push the pawn to c4 because they don't want us to advance. Because that's what we could have done too. We could have pushed that pawn, but they're gonna do it. Alright, so now we have a choice. We can push our rook up, or we can simply go here. Because if they push that pawn all the way to c4, guess what? And we could just take. And once we take, we're forking lots of pieces of a pawn, a bishop, their bishop, and the rook. So they have to be really careful here. I think we'll see lots of trades. So they'll trade the rook. And we'll take, and then they'll take back. And then we take with their rook. Because we're in check. That's what they'll do. And now it's 2 knights and a bishop. With 2 knights and a bishop. And we're up by 2 pawns. Alright, actually 3. Let's see. 1, 2, and yeah. So 2 pawns. We're up by 2 pawns. So they have to be careful. Obviously, they have to bring this piece back. And here, I'm going to probably play a move like bishop to f4. Just trying to get away. Here, so they'll probably bring the bishop back to c1 because they don't want to give up that pawn on b2. So what do we do now? Well, we still take. We give up the bishop here. Why? Because we now have even more advantage, and though it may seem like that's a bad move, it's really not. So they take the bishop, and then we take the bishop. Alright, so now, they're gonna probably go here, and they're gonna check us. And then we're just gonna move out. Just gonna move out of the way. So check. Just can't go either one of these squares. So here. And then here. If they go here, then their knight's trapped. Because all we gotta do is go here to G7, and their knight is trapped. So this is a good move. So they're gonna go here. No, we're gonna go, yeah. We're gonna go to F8, then they're gonna take. Alright. We're gonna take back. And as you can see, white is in some trouble here. Because now we have a 3-pawn advantage. And that's not good. Especially if they lose one of their knights. And it's 2 knights. Because now all we have to do is protect our knights. And we can just start advancing our pawns. So yeah, they have to be really careful here. So what they're going to do is they're going to start by bringing their king up. And we're going to do the same. But first, they have to be careful about this knight here. So they're going to bring it back. And now we push. Again, if they go here, we can just go over. And now they have to be really careful. If they simply try to still continue to check us, well, their knight's trapped again. They have nowhere to go. C6 is taken, B6 is taken, and A7 are all taken. They have no way to go, so they can't do that. So after here, let's see. After we go here, they're gonna have to bring it back, all the way back. So now we just simply bring out our knight, and now they're gonna start bringing out their king. But we're just simply push. We can push any one of our pawns, and we're winning here because they can't do a thing about it. All right. So we can push even our A7 to A5. It really doesn't matter what we do. We can push this pawn, C5 to C4, and then they're going to bring their knight back. And now we're going to play a move here, blocking their A2 pawn from ever moving. And now they have to be careful here. If they just simply push here and keep bringing out their king, then we push this pawn. And now they have to be careful. May not look like a lot, but it is. So yeah, we'll push here, and now they have to be really careful. They will even have to trade here. So if they do take this pawn, then guess what? We bring this, we just take back. Matter of fact, we just take back. We take the knight back, and now they're in check. So now they have to be careful. So they're going to have to go back or forward. But either way, we just simply keep checking, or we just push this pawn. What they're going to do is they're going to try to block it. But here, let's see. We're just gonna bring our king up, and they're gonna push. Let's see, they're gonna play this move. Alright. And now we're gonna bring our king to e5. After that, they don't have much choice. They have to move away. So now we bring our knight up. Alright. So they're going to try to go after this knight, obviously. And if they do that, then we just bring it back. We keep bringing it back. And now they have to be careful. So here they're going to bring the king back. And now we just bring our king in. We bring our king closer and closer to the battle. And if they try to be greedy and check us like this, then we can take in two ways. We can give up our knight, or no, if they do this, then they just are losing, because now we just take their knight, so they can't do that. So because their knight is under attack, they're gonna have to protect the knight. And now we check. We take the f2 pawn of check. Alright. They're gonna bring it back, obviously. And now we just bring it to e4. Alright, so now, basically, at this point, most players will give up because they are losing. They're down a knight, and they only have 2 pawns, and we have 5. So we have 3 pawns, extra knight, and our pawn here is about to be becoming a queen really soon. So I'm just going to finish this video off to let you guys know, to show you guys one way how it might happen. So obviously, they're going to go here, or they even are going to go here. Alright, we just bring this knight up. Now they're going to bring this knight back. Let's try to do the best they can to stop us from pushing, but we're going to simply just push anyway, or we're going to take here. We're going to take. We trade the knight. Why would we do that? Well, because now we just simply push, and they have to defend the knight. But if they do that, then we push here. And the only way they can stop it is to go here. They can go here, or they can just play here. But now we just push this pawn. Now we don't push this pawn first. First we go here. We bring this knight back. So now they're gonna bring this. Yeah, they're gonna bring their knight back to f1, and now we push this. Push this one. The pawn to g4. Now they're gonna try to keep us from pushing our pawns, our g and h pawns. So, but here we just advance. We push here, or we can just check them. Yeah. So before we do that, yeah, we just move our piece over. They're gonna check us, obviously, but it's gonna be okay. And now we bring our king over even more. And they're gonna advance their a pawn to a4. And now we're gonna check them. And now they have to go back. Yeah, they have to go back. It's their only move. They have to go back. It's the only move they have. So here, we just simply attack their knight. And they're gonna try to take this pawn here. Alright. What they do, and guess what? We're just gonna keep pushing our king closer and closer to the end. So now they have to be careful. So the only way they can stop this is by simply changing their plans and attacking our king. So we're just gonna go back, or we don't even do that. Here, they can check us either two ways, on e5 or on d2. On d2 is worse, so obviously they're gonna check us on e5. But here, we just bring our king even closer. And now they have to be really careful. So, So yeah, we're gonna just bring it there. Alright. Because they might try to go after us and check us here. And that's probably what they're gonna do. So now we're gonna bring this pawn up. I'm gonna advance this pawn. Oh, so we're in check first. Okay, so we're gonna play here. And now they're gonna take. And now we're gonna play knight to g5, check them. Alright. And now we're just gonna block them. Alright, so now they have to be careful here. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to just get out of the way and try to take our pawn here. We just advance it. We just let them advance. And now they're probably gonna go back and forth with their king. But we advance our pawn here. Again, they're gonna attack it. We simply push. Alright, so they're gonna take, obviously. And now let me see. So now we gotta be careful too. So we're gonna go here. Because now they're still, you get them some space. But they're just gonna push. And now we bring it to d8 and we stop them. And now they're probably gonna try to get their knight to stop our pawn. So now we're gonna push. So now if we push it, yeah, so we're gonna do that. So now they gotta be careful. So they're gonna push this pawn, alright? They're gonna push because it's right there. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give up the knight. Yep. Give up our last piece here. They're gonna take, obviously. They're gonna take the knight back, and now we push. And now they can't stop it. You'd think that they can. So let's see. b7 to c5. Here. And they're gonna go here. But now we just bring our king in. And the only move they have is to bring it away. And now it's just simply bring out a queen. And they don't have any, whatever they do, wherever the knight goes, except for these files right here, it's taken. So they're gonna go here, but it's check. It's check, obviously. So they lose the knight after that. And now the game's simply over because they have to move over. And now we're going to take the knight, and the game is officially over. Because now we have this pass pawn here on a5, and they can't stop it. So that is how the game will be over. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this instructional chess video about the Caro Kahn Advanced variation. Just make sure to always play the right moves. Again, it starts off with c6, and then it goes to d5 first, and then you bring out the bishop. Alright? So stay tuned for more chess videos, and see you soon. Bye.